Welcome back, Pixel Nation. I am the fleshy meat sack of the Comics Division YouTube channel, and hopefully my mixer will stop cutting out on me because I'd actually like to get through this video tonight, if possible. As you can see, I have a different setup behind me. I have the red light going. Some point I'm going to replace it with a blue light, so it kind of gives you a good idea of more of what my office looks like, and you can see some more of my, I guess over there, Lego kits and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, the comics industry has been not really doing so well over the past several years, and I think it's going to get worse for the direct market. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Diamond, and I've been kind of talking about this off and on for the last several years. The comic book industry has not been in a very good place for a while. We had the big bust that happened in the 90s, and because of all the identity politics crap that's been injected into books these days, it's made people not want to buy them. And then the toxic creators on Twitter, and for people like myself and many others, it's been a huge fucking turnoff. And now we have this thing that should not be named because YouTube will demonetize my video or possibly shadow ban it. I can't name it, and it's going to cause a lot of problems for small businesses throughout the country. And I think one of the biggest things that's going to be hit right now is the local comic book shops. And this is completely unrelated, but GameStop as well is just going to be fucked because a lot of these stores are probably going to close and never open up again. And this also includes a bunch of local comic book shops as well. So interesting times, my friends, interesting times. I apologize if there's a lot of jump cuts because I've been having technical difficulties, and quite frankly, I'm also really tired, and I'm not going to get everything in one take because I desperately need sleep. Second off, I know that a lot of people are probably wondering if I'm going to be talking about Children of the Atom. Yes, I'll be doing another video this week, hopefully tomorrow night, talking about this and giving you my reaction to this totally unnecessary book. It's dumb. I'll go into more detail. But yes, I will be talking about it. Also, if you can do me a huge favor and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you like my crappy content and shitty opinions, and let's just get into it. This article comes from The Beat. Comics retailers are facing a catastrophe, and here are some of the steps we can help avoid it. Now, it's about time that some of the major outlets have been going and talking about this. This is something I've talked about for years, and I've been called an alarmist. I've been told I'm full of shit. I'm just making things up. That the comic book industry is just fine, and it's not. Now, Bleeding Cool has been covering this. I don't like Rich Johnson. I find him to be a very deplorable human being. He's gone and doxed people before, which is a pretty shitty thing to do. But the one thing I will give him credit for is that he's at least talking about what is going on with the retailers and the fact that comic shops have been closing for years. And now bigger outlets, and the individual who is writing this article, Heather McDonald, has also dismissed this, and now she's beginning to see the light of day, just like a lot of us have been talking about for years. I recently spoke with Comics Experience's Brian Hibbs, our regular Comics Beat retailer columnist, and I've never heard him sound so alarmed. And he should be. Now, if you follow the Nerdrotic YouTube channel, you would know that Gary had owned a comic shop at one point in time, and it's a bit of a joke because it gets brought up a lot, and there's even a meme about it, which is absolutely hilarious. And Brian Hibbs is the one who bought Gary's store, and he is a very outspoken retailer, and he's talked about the issues with the industry for a number of years. Last year, he even penned an article talking about the 10 steps to try and save the industry, which I'm pretty sure went nowhere and fell on deaf ears. Comics Experience has already taken many steps to boost their mail order and online businesses, offering curbside pickup and promoting their excellent graphic novel book club, which offers mail order and creator talks. But this is still a dire time for small stores like his. "We won't survive this," he said, of the potential 2-month closure, unless there are concrete steps by Diamond, Marvel, and DC. Now, I think 2 months, in my opinion, is a short estimate. I personally feel it's going to be more like 3 to 4 months. And again, this is me just speculating on things. But I think that we're going to be seeing these kind of closures and lockdowns for that period of time, which is going to greatly damage the economy, and it's going to hurt these small businesses. So I think 2 months is optimistic. Hopefully I'm wrong. Now I want you to pay very close attention to this next paragraph. I've often laughed at the unfounded predictions about the death of the direct market. And a lot of people haven't been taking this seriously. There's this thing called optimism bias. We think that things are going to last forever and everything's going to be fine until a catastrophe smacks us in the fucking face. A really good example of this is the typewriter industry. Nobody bought typewriters anymore, and the industry just fucking collapsed. And granted, this is a different situation here, but it's going to happen. It's a very good possibility. It's going to happen. But this could be the death of the direct market, and Brian agrees. And it's about fucking time you realize this. Better late than never, I guess. He was happy to see Marvel step up with the deep discount plan, but wasn't impressed with the details. It's not enough. Now, the best way for you to go and support your local comic shop is to go and buy from them, be it comics, toys, games, cards, whatever. Don't go to Amazon and don't go to eBay right now. Your LCS needs the money more than those big companies. Also, that's if they're open. Maybe they have an online presence. Maybe you can purchase things that way. As more and more cities go under lockdown, this is going to happen for my city starting like end of tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure and run to my local LCS and pick up my books before this happens, because God knows they're going to need the fucking money. And now we know that shit is getting real. Steve Geppi announces Diamond is ceasing the distribution of new weekly product. Now, this is going to be the death nail for the direct retailing market. If Diamond is not shipping books and these stores are reliant on those books, or specifically I should say product, because it's more than just comic books, there's toys as well, this is going to fuck them hard. Here's the thing. No local comic shop, no Diamond. No Diamond, DC and Marvel are going to be fucked, and there goes your industry. Now, yes, there is digital comics. I do buy quite a bit myself, but that is not going to keep the industry going. It's collectability, and they've been fucking that up for years because most comics aren't worth the paper they're fucking printed on these days. This afternoon, reports circulated widely that Diamond has told their suppliers that they will no longer be taking shipments of new products. This afternoon, reports circulated widely that Diamond has told their suppliers that they will no longer be taking shipments of new products. I was told that this was an unplanned leak, as Diamond was in the process of notifying suppliers and retailers. Now the official statement from Chairman Steve Geppi has been released. It confirms that Diamond will cease shipping new product. However, reorders will continue to be filled from a secured warehouse. Geppi urged retailers to look at creative solutions. Well, I have to say that this announcement is, well, it couldn't be better timed, especially after the announcement of Children of the Atom and the New Warriors. Yeah, those books aren't going to be hitting shelves anytime soon. Yeah, you could probably buy them digitally, but who's going to fucking do that? Now, I'm not going to read the entire statement, but I want to hit the highlights here. Our home office in Maryland instituted a work-from-home policy, and experts say that we can expect further closures. Therefore, my logical conclusion is to cease distribution of new weekly product until there is greater clarity on the progress made towards stemming the spread of this disease. Product distributed by Diamond and slated for an on-sale date of April 1st or later will not be shipped to retailers until further notice. So yeah, that doesn't exactly sound very positive to me, and that's assuming that Diamond even returns to begin with. It depends on how long this thing lasts. Thanks YouTube for not letting me say it. However, we've been able to develop procedures with our teams and the distribution centers in Olive Branch, MS, to safely continue fulfillment of direct ship reorders for the retailers who are able to receive new product and needed to service their customers. It's unlikely that the orders will be filled on the same day they are placed, and these plans are subject to change if at any point we no longer feel that we can safeguard our teams while fulfilling orders. So it looks like the direct retailing market is going to be devastated by this if there is a prolonged disruption in distribution. We're probably going to see a lot of closing of stores this year, which is very unfortunate. Now, what does this mean for DC and Marvel? Well, there's one thing I didn't talk about yet, which is what's going on with Disney. Their stock has dropped, I think, roughly $50 and has been going down. I haven't checked the market recently to see where they are at, but things are not looking good for Disney. And at this point in time, Marvel is nothing more than a cost center because they've been putting out crap and nobody's fucking buying it. So yeah, why would they hang on to them? They'll probably keep Marvel Studios, but who needs Marvel Comics these days? They have the IP. That's all they need. All they need is to just farm it for their movies. They don't need the fucking comics. So they're probably going to close it down if they don't go and sell it off. They need the money at this point. So who fucking knows, man? Who fucking knows? Anyway, that's all I got, folks. I will see you next time. I even have a P.O. box in case you want to send me fan mail. Previously, there was a bit of an issue with it, but mail is now being delivered. I also want to give a huge shout out to those who support me on Subscribestar. You guys are awesome. Special recognition goes out to EHuntington for supporting me on the I'm a sucker with a lot of dough tier, as well as checks notes. Toxic Man Flu for supporting me on the Take My Money Damn It tier. All those tier names were rather glib, and quite frankly, I didn't anticipate anyone actually signing up for them. But I do appreciate your support. So, thank you very much.